Bacterial spot is a devastating disease encountered in both tomato and pepper production. The disease impacts foliage as well as fruit directly. Disease results in poor fruit set, fruit blemishes, and can even result in defoliation of plants. Once introduced into a field or garden, bacterial spot is difficult to control and can result in severe yield losses. Leaf spots begin as small, dark, water soaked lesions. They are usually located along leaf margins, and spots may have a depressed or sunken appearance on the top side of leaves. A yellow halo typically develops around these spots, and entire leaves quickly become bright yellow, even when only a few spots are present. Leaf spots remain small, only reaching to about an eighth to a quarter inch across. They are often angular, becoming limited by their leaf veins. As disease progresses, centers of these spots may even drop out, giving a shot hole appearance. Diseased tomato leaves tend to remain on the plant until they turn brown and then are eventually dropped by the plant. Fruit lesions are initially dark, water soaked spots, but then they become blister like, rough, and tan to brown in color. These fruit lesions reach about a quarter inch in diameter, and when infections extend into the fruit, seed can also become infected with the causal bacterium. Infected fruit in the field can continue to develop symptoms even while they're in storage, and this can result in a shortened shelf life. Bacterial spot is caused by one or more species of the bacterium Xanthomonas. Infections are often introduced into plantings by infected transplants, but the disease can also be transmitted through contaminated seed. The bacteria overwinters in plant debris remaining in fields or gardens from the previous crop, as well as in solanaceous weeds such as horse nettle, Jimson weed, and nightshades. In the absence of infected debris, volunteers, or diseased plants, Xanthomonas can also survive in the soil for short periods. Infections by Xanthomonas are most common when temperatures are warm and wet. Under favorable conditions, typically between 75 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, with rain, the pathogen can rapidly colonize leaf surfaces and enter through wounds or stomates. Disease spread is rapidly intensified by wind-driven rain. Disease management of bacterial spot should focus on preventing the introduction of the Xanthomonas bacteria, and if disease is present, on slowing its spread. Eradication of bacterial spot is really not feasible. Growers should first practice solid cultural management practices, such as utilizing resistant cultivars and starting with disease-free seed. If certified disease-free seed cannot be obtained or is cost prohibitive, hot water treatments can help remove Xanthomonas contamination. Your county agent can help you with proper hot water treatment recommendations. When planting, plants should be planted to ensure adequate spacing, allowing for rapid drying following rain events. And if you're a greenhouse or high tunnel grower, you should strive to keep your humidity below 85%. Also, avoid overhead irrigation, instead, utilizing drip irrigation to prevent splash and spread of the bacterium. If symptomatic plants are observed, they should be promptly removed, and including plants in close proximity to symptomatic plants, as they are likely infected, just not showing symptoms yet. Growers should also sanitize tools, work areas, and production benches after use and in between crops using common disinfectants such as 10% bleach or 70% alcohol solutions. In field production, weed control is very important, especially controlling those solanaceous weeds such as nightshades to prevent introduction of the pathogen. At the end of the season, it is good practice to plow under crop residue promptly after harvest to encourage rapid decay, preventing bacteria from having a host to overwinter in. And as always, it is a good practice to utilize crop rotation and rotate away from solanaceous plants after a disease outbreak for 2 to 3 years. Chemical control options are also available to help control bacterial spot. If you're a home gardener and the site has a history of disease, applications of a copper-based product is a preventative measure beginning at transplant and continuing in 7-day intervals as long as conditions are wet or rainy can be effective. Commercial growers should utilize preventative sprays beginning immediately following transplant and following 7-day intervals or even shorter if allowed by label when weather is conducive for disease. Once plants are infected, bacterial spot spreads rapidly and is very difficult to control. So preventative applications are essential. Commercial growers should get in contact with their county agent in regards to fungicide recommendations and an example spray schedule.